you wanna know what fantasy about, catch what's happening on BPSN. Before you line up, lock in. Tell a friend, BPSN. Before you line up, lock in. Tell a friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like both of the Bosa brothers, but I'm gonna have to go with the younger one. I think that he's and he's just in a better situation. I had an off season last year, but I think that I've watched him this off season a little bit, kind of just on Instagram and the snippets that I've been watching. And I think that he kind of got a chip on his shoulder. So I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't climb back in that conversation for the game next year. But I would have to go with Aaron Donald. I would have to go with the Bosa brother. Clowney's okay, but Clowney's another one. Being out in Seattle out there, injuries. The man hasn't had more than 6 sacks, I think. I think the most that he's probably had was 9. He's never broken double-digit sack. You know what I'm saying? Sack season. So you have to kind of pay attention to that as well. TJ Watt, the brother out of Pittsburgh, I think that he'll be at the top. I think that the Bosa brothers combined, they'll make some noise, but I like the younger one. I'm going to take him. Aaron Donald, I have to put Bond back in that conversation. I know fantasy goes off of numbers, but I'm just going off of experience and what I watch. They and get high, especially when we're talking right now. We're not going to have those younger players making that noise because they don't have that preseason. I don't care if you was your second year. The sophomore slump is very real, but you don't until your third year. So the players that we seen break out last year, they might have a slump this upcoming year, but I like them and we'll see what they do. But Aaron Donald for sure, that's the dude, man. So
okay. I'm not feeling disrespected really because you played for Green Bay, and I know y'all biggest rival was the Chicago Bears. I didn't hear Khalil Mack's name, man. I didn't hear Khalil Mack. I didn't know if it was I still to this day I hate the Bears. You know what I'm saying? What kind of rivalry was that? You know what I'm saying? Talk to me about the rivalry. I never asked you that. You my boy. I see you all the time, but I never asked you what's that rivalry like when y'all was in it, man? Green Bay versus Chicago Bears.
I'll tell you the funny thing about that. Now the fans make it worse than what it actually is. But from the standpoint of the NFC, it was always real nasty. You know what I'm saying? But the good thing about it was when I was there, we beat them shit out of Chicago every year. I think we might have lost like one game. At the time, I think they had Joe Cutler. Their defense was rocking when Pep was there. I was playing came over to Green Bay, but terrible quarterback. He was a slouch. We always got the best of them. They came to us. I had my best games against them. I had nothing. But it was fun, man. It was fun. I don't think that it was cracked up as what people thought it was, but we didn't fans give us a shit on what we did on the field. It was respect. You know what I'm saying? They knew what it was. After the second quarter, you went to halftime. Halftime, and usually was a game decided. We got some close battles up there, man. We went up there and won and went to the playoffs. We went and caught that damn pass, and we ended up winning off that match. But that was cool. But as far as Khalil Mack, though, I forgot Khalil Mack. You cannot stop that dude. The one thing I will give you about Khalil Mack that I don't see most of the other dudes doing is spike. And triple team got shit blocked like crazy last year. It doesn't matter. Team this guy, you strip block this motherfucker. I don't care what you do. The dude don't stop. And he does it down after down after down after down. He was definitely in the top 2, but nothing against Chicago. I'm close to Chicago because I grew up in Gary, Indiana. So everybody where I'm from, Chicago Bears fans. We smack him every year, so that was cool for me.
Oh, you heard him smack out every year. Smack out every year.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers, bro. Aaron Rodgers was the Bear killer and still is to this day, bro. Like, we'll be up like 2-3 touchdowns and Aaron Rodgers do magical shit, bro, in the second half every time, man. It's like, come on.
Halftime is like the game decided.
It be hurting me.
Yeah, he took that shit personal. He didn't like losing to them. I took it personal too because I'm right from around that area. I had about 27 odd people at the game every time we played them. But yeah, man, nothing for us, man. We smoked them every time. So I think 2 or 3 games.
Smoke them every time. The best. Yeah.
It's got it, man. Go ahead and take it whatever direction you need to, dog.
Well, let's talk more about some of those timetables with the preseason being going away, with you being a commissioner, with me being a commissioner. Talk to the people about some important things they want to know about starting their drafts, starting their leagues, and timetables based on what the league is doing. You got any insight on what you might be doing?
If you're gonna make yourself a league, if you're gonna get together, man, build a camaraderie with you and your boys, you know, get a live draft somewhere, whether it be the home or out in public somewhere, man. Just, I know the thing with the social distancing, man, but we gotta for one, we can't let COVID change who we are. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be the same people we is if we gonna be happy, bro. And you know, let's get this. We get your league together. What you need to focus on now, since there is no preseason and you can't see what players are doing, is you're gonna have to read. You're gonna have to dig in and read what's going on in these camps. Read, you know, who's looking outstanding, who's not, and that's gonna be the knowledge you're gonna have to use in those rounds. You know, 12 through 14, when you already got your starting lineup, but you're trying to pick players that you think might have great seasons. You're gonna have to go and study tape. You're gonna have to study tape. You're going to have to know, okay, was this running back, did all his yards come off of teams that was garbage, or did he play some teams that was hard hitting and had a lot of players go to the league and he was still killing them? Them the players you want, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if they from a little school, did they play big schools, and did they bang big schools, and how was his game during, you know what I'm saying? How was their offensive line? Okay, they had their offensive line wasn't even ranked in the nation, but this kid still got off. That means no matter what's going on, he's still going to get off, let alone, you know what I'm saying, it be the line that made the running back look great, and then he get to the league and he looking like Swiss cheese, you know what I'm saying? He going to be the first cut, and the coaches know it. So, you know, a lot of numbers in college can be miscrewed, if that makes sense, man. You know, you can have numbers in college where you was awesome and get to the league and be you know, horse shit, bro. You know what I mean?
Man. Another good thing I would say that you would want to do if you looking to get in fantasy this year is mock draft is basically when you go through a fake run draft, when you just practicing before your real draft. Not only do it give you an opportunity to see where people are going, it helps you finalize your strategy as to how you're going to draft.
They tell you in the mock drafts, you can go to the player and they have recent information on what the player's doing in camp. What's he been, you know, how he's been looking. So you can do all your studying right off the mock draft. While you waiting on your pick, you go to a player, you can go on the player's information. It'll show you what's going on with that player. Is he injured? Is his ankle hurt? Was he in practice today? It'll tell you all that. They keep you updated. So you can do a lot of your studying right there on the mock draft board.
Yeah, go to the app. If y'all don't know the app, go to ESPNFantasy.com or go to that app, ESPN Fantasy, and then that's where you get your information from.
That's right. Talk to him, BJ. BJ, man, hey, we gonna have to watch you in this league, man. You're right. BJ, he gonna Billy Hoyle us. Boy, I got.
Hey, look, I'm gonna give y'all something to think about too. You know what I mean? Just you know what I mean? A little gem right here. You know what I mean?
Little
It's between the lines. See, because what's gonna happen is less fans, right? Okay, so what is that going to do to those teams like, and Mike, you feel what I'm saying when I'm about to say this too, the crowd noise. Seattle. No more crowd noise. Now, how good is that defense, Fletcher Boom, going to be without the crowd noise?
No home field advantage, basically.
No home field advantage no more.
Your offenses can make the communications that they can make a little bit easier.
Meaning them crispy offenses gonna be getting off.
Well, on the flip side too, though, the defenses too. Because guess what? The team control the crowd. So when the defense out there, the home defense out there, they telling the crowd to crank up. But when the home offense got the ball, they telling the crowd to quiet down. So that helps.
But that's the thing. Look, instead of 80,000 people, 100,000 people in the stands, it's 50. You know what I mean? It's 20. You know what I mean? It just ain't gonna be as loud. It's gonna be a lot easier for offenses to do their audibles, because that defense, I'm gonna tell you, on the offensive side of the ball, when we played in loud stadiums, that was miserable.
Yeah,
bro.
It's terrible for defensive players too. You trying to get signals from your safety or your linebacker, and all you can hear is you just see him.
But you know what they do though.
We do a lot of. It's more like, if I'm looking at somebody, you can have an unspoken game on defense.
Signals, sending signals.
Signals. Like I teamed up. I was real good with Clay on my side when I had my hand in the dirt. Even when I went up to outside linebacker, a lot of it is just having that understanding. I could look at Clay and he knew what the hell I was thinking. So from a defensive perspective, it's harder in the secondary, but their hand signals is good.
Hand signals, right.
It'll give our offensive linemen earplugs. So that makes the game. You already can't hear nothing. So you're literally watching. You know what I'm saying? So I had more of a disadvantage than what I would move on defense.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's crazy, but he does have it's a valid point. Another thing too to add on top of that, we was already talking about this when we talk about like the offenses and stuff like that. With matchups, when we start paying attention to them, you need to know what coaches are going to what conferences and what teams they playing against and what teams they played against in the past. Because you can dictate matchups, you can dictate playing styles, you can kind of foresee what's going to happen and who's going to be your best matchups those upcoming weeks. And people don't really pay attention to that. Like, when we play against teams, we'll play against the team and Aaron to come in the defense meeting where that defensive coordinator came from under such and such back in this day, and this is defense that they go back to, but this is how they disguise it, get into those type of situations. So they already know, you know what I'm saying? So just here, people looking at players, think coaches, think matchups, think against, what coaches have played against each other, what worked well, how did the games turn out. That's when you start like Mike McCarthy down in Dallas right now. He like what we do basketball on grass. Mike don't want to run the ball. Mike want to toss his basketball. But he's going to give it to Zeke and give the quarterback an opportunity to make a play, but he's going to build his confidence up. He did a lot of short passes, quick stuff, let him control the game right away. Then when he started getting in the groove, he started airing it out depending on how that play. But him having a running back, he was in a better running back situation, who is one now in Dallas than he was in Green Bay. So that's just stuff to watch against in Dallas. Mike knows the NFC. When you just start looking at something like that, man, you'll be able to figure it out real quick. So,
Mike, you sound like Mike. You're gonna be all right. Boy, you overanalyze. It's better to overanalyze than unanalyze. You'll be.
He's gonna be all right. Once he learn it, he's gonna be all right.
Well, Mike said, "What about run CMC then? He got a brand new coach who came from college. His offensive coordinator came from college. This year, no preseason. What's gonna happen with him though?
They're not gonna be as good. You have to think about it though. You can't come in and you don't even have an off season. You haven't had IWs, you haven't had OTAs, and then you can't even get training camp. You've seen the playbook 2 times, maybe even 3 before training camp with the off season. You developed a little bit of time and a little bit of relationship, a little bit of camaraderie with the players and stuff like that in the off season. You do not have any of that right now. But then you them to be able to create that when they already have restrictions on teams, 20 people can be in the weight room at a time. You got to get it tested. It's all kind of crazy stuff. So now you don't even have a chance to build that camaraderie with the team. It's going to be hard for them to keep man. I feel for them because that's just what it is. It's about timing. It's about camaraderie. It's about relationships. And once you don't have that, I think that's what the problem with the Bucs is. They haven't even create that situation.
I think it's safe to say that this is going to be a year of turnovers. I mean, I think defenses are going to be able to really feast off of the lack of timing the offense is going to be able to come up with because, like you said, defense is more designed towards signals. You know what I mean? And whereas offense, you really got to – you got to have a gel. You hear the team, they finally gel. And sometimes, it don't even matter if you don't gel the first 4 games, like the Giants, i.e. the Super Bowl, the last one they won. They just gelled at the right time because they really were a bad team in the beginning. Twice, 2 Super Bowls. They started off 0-2, or 1 year 0-3 or 4 or something, and they still went because they just was a late gelling team. So, it's going to be an interesting year with all the changes, and no less, it's still going to be exciting. I think it's going to give people while they're at home something to do. Yeah. While we all going we get cabin fever sitting in here, and be all right. You know what I mean? I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to playing with y'all. And, man, I'm excited, boy. I can't wait.
Me too, bro. I want to, because I ain't gonna lie, man. We covered everything, man. I appreciate y'all boys coming on. I was thinking about something because it's rare that I have two people that play with two goats. Give me a goat story. You give me your goat story. You give me your goat story. Give me one that people might not know on the field. He threw 1,000 times. Like, tell me something that we would want to know about the goat that he might do. Like, if he eat Snickers or if he watching Living Color or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us a good goat story.
Man, I'm gonna say, like, all right, I'll tell you, like, with Tom, I mean, he was a leader. You know what I mean? We never got to see Tom laugh practically. You know what I mean?
Locked in.
As you know, but you're underclassmen at the same time too. So you got to understand when you're a senior versus underclassmen, you really don't get
communicate like that or have a whole other different level. It's levels.
Right. So I mean, but to see that level of maturity that he had, I mean, he wasn't the. Now we had another quarterback that he was in controversy with, if y'all can remember, Drew Henson.
Yeah, we remember. You know, they got the story out there. We know about that.
Drew Henson was a bad. Now I'm gonna tell you, being a U of M guy, we never thought Tom Brady would turn out to be the GOAT that he is, and kudos to him. That took hard work, dedication. Shout out to the GOAT, because we all thought it was gonna be Drew, but Drew went on ahead and played baseball, opened up the door, and that was it. It was Brady, and then but we never really got to see him like you know what I mean? Just relax.
Hang loose and chill. He was always trying to get to the goal.
You know what I mean? I couldn't even tell you a story about him in that kind of way. But
that's a good one though. That he stayed locked in like he is.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget Drew Bledsoe too now, baby. Now Drew Bledsoe was the GOAT.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, now I'll tell you a funny story with me now.
Tell me about Drew, because he out there.
The hardest hit y'all seen Drew Henson take is the hit that he got knocked out of by old boy Mo Lewis with the New York Jets. Now, that was my first welcome to the NFL ISO block that I had being a fullback.
Say it again. Oh yeah, Shaw played fullback. He played fullback and lineman in college.
Man, look here. Man, to this day, man, that's the hardest hit I've ever felt. Bro, my whole look on the top of my head, bro. The whole right side all the way down the bottom of my foot, man. Went.
Ooh, woo.
Woo. Man.
Well, you almost met God.
Boy, I been baptized in the name. I'm trying to tell you.
You stayed out there. You stayed out there and tried to be tough, or you got off the field after that?
Oh, I stayed out there. I got to be tough now. I ain't no punk about my ass.
I ain't no national TV. Ain't nobody finna do me like this.
Look, I can't feel half my body, but I'm in, coach.
But I'm a man first. I'm a man.
But I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready yet.
Hey, Mike, give us a GOAT story, man, about your GOAT, man, because he a GOAT too, A-Rod.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Personally, Aaron picked on me a lot. He always said I was mad. His block was kind of close to mine. So from that point, I talked mad shit to Aaron during practice. I really didn't care. He was probably somebody I wanted to hit that I couldn't. But the one thing I will about Aaron, though, from the standpoint of just kind of conversation with him, I don't know if this will make it back to him. The one thing that I don't like about him versus playing like we with Tom, I played against Tom on the field in a game time situation. If Tom played bad, Tom didn't blame nobody else. And Tom also was a leader in the huddle. And straight up said when he was playing them, right before I got that sack, this game on the internet, you can find it. Came in the house, he said, "What the fuck are we doing? We playing like a bunch of fucking pussies right now." That's verbatim what he said. He was like, "We got to get our head out of our asses. We trying to win the fucking game." I stood close to the line and listened to the huddle and talking because the stadium loud. So we always trying to pick up on stuff. Just listening to him talking, he was able to muddle.
Yeah.
And then, if Aaron throws a bad ball, what do you see Aaron do? He looks at
you gotta be point.
The man can't catch the ball in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? So that's on him. But the one thing that I do love about him is one time I had a ball out against Detroit. They had me all on ESPN, hyped me up. They had to follow me around the game after that, which was Baltimore. I played terrible. We had a game the following week. I can't even remember where we was at. I think we might have been in San Fran or something like that. And I was sitting at the table, and everybody went to meetings. I didn't have to go to meetings. We was all, cutting the hell out. And the was like, Mike, what's going on? So I was just sitting at the table. I'm just like, man, I'm nervous. Like, I ain't never really been nervous. I'm like, I played terrible last week, and I just really don't know how to back from that. And I can appreciate a conversation like this because I asked him, what did you play bad? How do you handle that? And he said, well, what do I do when I play good? And that's one thing we got to remember. No matter what happens, you have to stay in your process. Just because you had a bad game doesn't mean that your process was broken and that you did something wrong. You was having mistakes. So you have to continue to be who you are. He's like, if I go change and play a different game and not play the same way that I did the week, change something, that could be my whole season. You know what I'm saying? But the Aaron that wins and the Aaron that loses doesn't change. I want to come on. Appreciate that conversation because most of the time, when the game gets hard at that level, you have all the pressure on your back. Now you start looking at the most drastic things to try to change and you do something different. And honestly, you become systematic in the NFL. You do the same thing regardless. And once you they broke, don't fix it. You might have lost, but you've won more than you've lost. So obviously what you're doing is the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I actually had a conversation with Aaron, and I really appreciated that, man. And it kind of bonded our relationship a little bit because I was cool with Aaron. But it was funny that you talking about the hardest hit you ever took. Now, my hardest hit I ever got hit by the person I ever got hit by was damn Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, y'all know what I'm here for.
Not beast mode.
Man.
Beast mode.
He looked like he want to hit people for
He
fun.
got that rig. Hey, he got that rig. Did he get that rig?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't know it.
I'm tearing him up. I don't even think this dude gonna chip me. He on the route. I'm rushing the quarterback. Next thing you know, all I see is a grill and me nigga looking at me talking about, man, I just laid your ass out.
Oh, he didn't do you like that, did he? Oh.
All I know is I took about 2 shots and I was laying on my back. I was like, what? And then nigga standing on my face.
Oh.
Man, laid your ass fuck out, huh?
Oh, he did you like smoking and red. He's there.
I saw
You about messing with these nice people.
But I will take your shoe.
knocked the hell out of me, man. I was like, you know what? I ain't never got hit that hard. I don't even remember. My eyeballs open. I don't know what the fuck just happened. It was crazy. Yeah, man. But you get everybody get caught though. That's
everybody get caught.
If you play long enough, you gonna get caught.
You gonna get caught. Everybody get it.
Yeah. Shit, Shady McCoy juked me on my goddamn socks in the whole stadium. Like, ooh, I'm like, what you know?
That's Shady McCoy.
That's Shady. Shady juke anybody out their socks.
Yeah, it ain't like you said,
Shady,
Mike
Shady.
Allstott shook you. You know
Yeah,
what
man,
I'm saying?
Shady is
Mike
shaking.
Allstott,
Hey,
we
Shady.
talking about Shady.
Yeah,
Hey,
right.
I done seen Shady shake himself.
I done seen Shady shake a whole team. I done seen Beast Mode run through a whole team. You have nothing to be ashamed of, my brother.
Exactly. That's right. Ain't nothing.
Take it to the shady people. They call me slip, man. Ain't nothing I can do about that.
Hey, ain't nobody
about
mad
that.
at you for being caught by beast mode now.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a badge of honor right there. That's a purple heart there, boy.
We've seen multiple guys get handled on ESPN. Like if you wasn't on that highlight, like them other teams, like how he ran through that other team, the Saints. At least you wasn't on that highlight real good. God.
Man, like they say, any given Sunday, man, you see some crazy shit on the field, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of the Saints, man, it's going to be interesting watching it, you know what I mean, the Tampa Saints matchup with the Brady versus the Drew Brees, now the best prolific quarterbacks.
Jameis out there too now. Let's not forget. If Drew go down, then they got to put Jameis in there. He going to be hot. He going to be ready.
Yeah, that's right. Jameis did go there, didn't
Yes, he did for the low.
Man. He finna expose all the tricks.
You so cool.
He gonna either sink that franchise or take it somewhere. One thing about Jameis, boy, he hit or miss, boy. One day, 1 minute, you like nothing. Next minute, what are you doing? Get out of town.
Yeah, that was his problem. You know, he could take care of the football, man. Like I think that he has an excellent high top end on the ceiling. You know what I mean? But hey, Mike, you know better than anybody, as much as I do. If you're a player that don't take care of the ball, you got to go.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to go. And unfortunately, now Jameis, y'all remember when we drafted Jameis and we was trying to figure out who we was gonna get, him or that other boy that went to Tennessee. Now, James had them little hands. Y'all remember that was a little thing. Now, his hands was like super tiny.
Right. I didn't know that.
So, James, he got a terrible, I mean, his hands are tiny and holding a bigger ball in the NFL, you know what I mean, from college.
Yeah.
So it just made sense to me with, you know what I mean, all the turnovers from the fumbles that he was getting. You know what I mean, trying to scramble and make a play and then just the ball come out your hand. You know, that's tough.
Also, going to the Bucs from the Florida State Seminoles. The Florida State Seminole team he played on could have been a highly ranked NFL team. So you going to the Bucs might have been a worse personnel move for you, and you ain't had the same. You ain't got Dalvin Cook over there. You ain't got the cornerback from the Jags over there no more. You know?
Calvin, what's his name? Ridley.
Right. I mean, you ain't got the personnel, but then also you got that A-Rod mentality. So like Mike said, A-Rod, bad or good, I'm A-Rod. James, you trying to have that A-Rod mentality, but you just messing up the whole game. Well, A-Rod, okay, A-Rod kind of, to me, listening to you, he kind of got a DB mentality. Like, okay, if I got to beat this game, I got to beat this play, I'm gonna pick it back up. Jameson seems like you try to do that, but you getting beat every down.
Right. It's the turn.
And I don't really follow it too hardcore. Jameis had that great junior year, or whatever year it was, and he came back. He didn't play that good that year after that. They drafted him off the season before that when he was in college. So we consider actually he was at Florida State. He didn't play as good as the year before that, but he had a better team the year before that as well. Like your red flag when you're looking at him. And like he said, BJ said, the hands. My hand about big as my head. Aaron's hand is big as mine. His hands, if you look at him, same with Russell Wilson. You look at these dudes with the football in their hand covering that whole football. You know what I'm saying? They're not letting that ball go as easy as James do. And that's like he can't hold the ball that good. He got gloves. You know what I'm saying? That's why they wear them, because they need that. You know what I'm saying? That protection.
Right.
Man.
Yeah, let me ask y'all about because like I said, we covered everything. Give me some sleepers that y'all think. Give me y'all sleepers. I talked about mine earlier. I like Keyshawn Vaughn, running back, Bucks. I'm biased a little bit. That's my team. But give me some sleepers that y'all thinking about that's gonna have a big impact, fantasy and just regular NFL.
Oh man, shoot. I tell you who might be a pretty good sleeper, man. I'm really looking forward to that quarterback, that Baker Mayfield, to get his mind right. He could definitely be a sleeper. I think we definitely saw a disappointing year in him after seeing glimpses of what could be a great quarterback. I think this is his turn to prove, you know what I mean, what he can really do in a whole season. And, you know, they still got the fire defense over there in Cleveland. You know, they got boy Myles Garrett. You already know he's gonna be after the quarterback. They got
we forgot to talk about him. We forgot to talk about Myles.
Oh, yeah, now Cleveland's got an excellent defense, man. I'm gonna give them an A- only because a little more linebacker help. But
okay.
But I'm really liking Cleveland. You know, and the receivers are still there. I think, you know what I mean, with another shot at it. And I'm an Ohio boy. I want to see him definitely. You know, come out of that rut that he just had, you know what I mean, and make something of it.
I'm with you. I can imagine. I hope he do. They had flashes, but I think a lot of the stuff that was going on outside of the football kind of affected it and started making it go downhill. But they looked pretty good.
You know, he was a young guy, and hey, and something about quarterbacks in Cleveland, right? It's something about quarterbacks in Cleveland. I don't know what it is, but it's something. I don't know, boy. They got a root place on them quarterbacks out there, I'm trying to tell you, except from New Orleans and the Bayou or something. Hey, listen, there's something about it, but I'm definitely looking forward to hopefully see them turn that around.
I hope I'm living at that time when they turn it around, because it's been a long, terrible
long coming, but I know.
Come on now. They ain't trying to wear them brown bags. They've been wearing brown bags all my life over their head. I need to see something different. Hey, man, we got something else that we left out. Anything we left out, bro? I think we covered everything, man.
And we covered everything. And we covered everything and some, bro.
We did, man.
Hey, we just talked it up.
For sure, man. I appreciate y'all letting me have a little bit of time, man, so we can make this episode. Y'all got anything y'all want to say? Anything? Oh yeah, off the field. I want to talk about that because a lot of times you know, after football is over, we have a lot of people that be entrepreneurs that have different dreams, different things. What's next? Y'all boys got any organizations, any charities, anything y'all want to talk about on what y'all do outside of football? Because y'all done did y'all thing. Y'all done already did y'all. So, you know, outside of that, what y'all got going on, or anything y'all want to share with the people, like if you're coaching, if you know, you got any nonprofits, anything I like to share with the people what we doing off the field as well, because you ain't gonna play football all your life, and some people after football, you know, find things that they love to do that they passionate about just as well. So, you know, if y'all got something, please go over that.
This what I'm doing right here.
Amen. What's up, little homie?
Hey, don't he look like JJ?
Man, just a tag.
Hey, JJ, look.
Just a tag. They're at least brothers. They're at least cousins, boy.
Hey, look, man. Hey, 10 pounds. He was born 10 pounds with this boy, man. He ain't even 3 yet.
He ain't 3.
Nah. He'll be 3.
He's like a 5-year-old to me.
3 months. Yeah.
5, bro.
Man, he huge, bro. And just, you know what I mean, just working on him right now. Hey, what's up, JJ? Yeah, but that's all I'm really doing. I'm spending time with my kids. You know what I mean? As far as entrepreneurial stuff and things like that, I got like a little trading card store that I got going on. You know what I mean? I collect the cards like Lamar Jacksons. You know, I get the Panini autograph joints. You know what I mean? I grab them with the price if the price is right. See if they can catch it to the playoffs, and then I'm gonna go ahead and triple.
Oh, so you just taking what we used to do as kids and making good money on this.
Hey, that's it. Because I know the game, I gotta understand it. I enjoy it, and you know what I mean. So I just, you know, and everything online now. I don't need no overhead. I could be home, raise my kid, invest in cards, flip them, and sit back and relax.
Well, I'm gonna have to get with you because I got a lot of cards that I just, you know what I mean, been collecting. My auntie got them at her house. I'm talking all kinds of stuff, Jordans. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get back with you when we off the air, man, because I might have to get off for a vacation or something.
You know what I mean?
What about you, Mike? What you got going on off the field, man? Tell the people about how you stay rich after all these years of being rich, man.
Well, the biggest way you stay rich is being able to sit on money, and people not able to do that. For me, I was in Green Bay. There's not a lot to do, so I never spent a lot of money. I never big material. And for me, also, I got 2 kids. They keep running around. I got a 12, a 6, and a 4-year-old. So they keep me busy the majority of the time. But I'm into real estate. I'm also a licensed realtor too.
Oh, okay.
Trying to start my own little business, working with a lot of top investors in the area, create cash flow opportunities, not only for me, but for other people as well. We buy houses and sell houses on terms. We wholesale houses. We list, like I said, residential as well. So they keep my up and just being able to use my capital and buy assets and then be able to use those assets to create cash flow to keep me afloat. That's pretty much most of my time right now. So I kind of got into it. I do it passively. Obviously, I don't have to do it full time like most people do, but still being able to link up with some of these people because of the platform that football created for me to be able to go to another level, to meet people to open up doors and be able to utilize that. Commercial stuff as well, sometime down the line. But for me, it's just prioritizing my kids, being able to absolutely every step of the way. That type of time when you play.
That's it.
Is being able to maximize that and create that business and be able to make sure that I don't have to work as hard and something for them, being able to create a legacy for them to fall back on, and that's pretty much my goal. I've made mine, but I would be a lesser of a man to not create that situation for my children to make sure that it's taken care of and they don't have to worry about a damn thing. So when they start life, it turns out well for them. And so that's pretty much it. And we started a non-profit organization back in my hometown just last year. We get it off the ground, had about 200-300 kids come. The Neal organization, my mom actually started it. It was something that she was real big on. So we didn't have the opportunity to do it this year, but I think next year we'll be able to do it. And Juan Short that plays for Carolina actually grew up in the same area that I'm in. And we a really big program, and I go be a part of his. become a part of mine, being able to get back to the community. I think that's the biggest thing too. If you're not giving back, then what are you doing? Because
For sure.
from the standpoint of what I grew up in and what I've done, you know, you can, to every one person that you're able to reach and instill something, if it's not money, if it's not gifts, but if it's just simply your time and being able to put something back into, you know, children and give them something to think about and be able to change the direction for them, for me, it's another big thing too. So we just try to stay positive, man. You know, keep a smile on my damn face, raise my kids, and make this real estate thing shake out for me. And in the meantime, everything he ain't doing that he should be doing in the NFL is things. But it's good, man. I'm blessed, and I can't take nothing off the table, man. I'm every bad experience and every good experience put me in this position, and man, I'm cool, man. I'm good.
Yeah,
That's what's
peace.
up.
That's inner peace right there. It's good.
That's what's up, man. I just wanted to go over that because a lot of the times, you know, our people in general, they think once you play football and the season over with or your career over with, that you just rich forever or that you don't do anything.
Yeah.
Or on the flip side, they think that you might just buy cars and buy jewelry.
Yeah.
No, there's people out here that's starting organizations, that's helping kids, that's helping adults, that's actually doing great outside of football, doing great business moves. And I think that a lot of times we don't share that side, and people just look at the glamour and the glitter and the glory and say, okay, that's how you live. And some people after sports find passion outside of sports. Sometimes, depending on how you handle your money, like everybody don't be in Green Bay. You got some of them cats that's in New York, that's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Man, you blowing that signing bonus at the strip club probably. You know what I mean? You with the Dolphins, you probably ain't saving like you saving in New England or Green Bay. So, you know, I just wanted to make sure that we highlight that and just let the people know that outside of football, man, you can still get money. And don't think that if you play for 5 years, 10 years, 12 years, that you're going to be rich forever. There's some cats that ain't rich forever.
That's right.
But it's some cats that didn't make as much, but still got more than them cats that had the max contracts because they did their business.
So, yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree with that, man.
But Mac, you got anything, Mac? Because I ain't got nothing else, man. We're gonna close this thing out. Let everybody get on with their Friday, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all.
I'm on vacation. I'm in the O right now for the
Shout
next
out to O.
4 days.
I'm in the O.
See,
I'm in the O too.
Look, that breeze breathing right now, bro.
Pro Bowl
Breeze cooling in a bit. Woo, you already know.
Hey, once you put the kids up, you call me, man. Hey, y'all boys, man, y'all have a good one, man. This is the end of the podcast, man. Don't forget, if you're watching, like, share, subscribe. Episodes coming soon, man. You're gonna have highlight pictures of these guys. Y'all seen them outside their uniform, but stay tuned. Once we get the glitz,
we got one more next weekend, bro. Don't forget, we got one more next weekend. My boy Jermaine Phillips coming on.
We ready. We ready. You see him giving previews for the next episode already? Everybody get ready for Jermaine Phillips next week. I just want to let y'all boys know, man, y'all welcome to pull up anytime. Any episode we having, whatever we doing, fantasy drafts, pull up, man. Y'all want to pull up. We usually do this on the end of the weekends. But guess what, man? Like I said, our fantasy home is y'all fantasy home. Our fantasy world is y'all fantasy world. Pull up anytime, man.
Hey, keep doing your thing, Scotty, man. You already know you too, Mac. Hey, man, appreciate y'all having me on, man. It was good hollering at you and getting some information and just listening to you talk as well, Big Mike. And, you know what I mean? Hey, shoot, man. Hey, I'm going to get on another time, so y'all just let me know when y'all want to
I'll send y'all the link.
We sending y'all the links to every show. And if you got any NFL homies, any friends that play fantasy, don't play, that want to come on or want to learn about it, man, put them on. We'd love to have them.
Hold on, Scotty. Let's keep it to the people we know, man. That way, you know what I'm saying, it's more homie, man. I want to make sure I know these cats, man. That way, when I'm tapping on their ass this year in this league, I know who the hell I'm about. I can hit a nigga on their personal, like, hey, I can hit him on their personal, like, yeah.
I know, but you got to think about it like this.
Thought you was getting that win, huh? Thought you was getting that win.
Listen, but if he get A-Rod, I don't know A-Rod, but I'd love to beat A-Rod. You know what I'm saying? If he get Tom in the league, I don't know Tom. I sure love to highlight how I'm kicking Tom ass when I show every week. You know what I mean? I don't know him, but I love to. Hey, man, but hey, I appreciate y'all, man, for spending this time with us and coming on What's Happening in Fantasy World. Like I said, man, more to come. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a kin. We'll be back next week. Stay tuned with Jay Phillips, right?
So.
All right, man. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, Shaw, hit me, bro. Y'all boys be safe, man.
All right, boys.
All right, y'all. All right,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all have a good one.
All right.
What's happening? We keep you on action. Help you stay focused on who you should be drafting, who you should be keeping, and who you getting off waivers. One smart move could be a game saver. Charger, Chief, or Raider, whoever get the paper. Primetime playmaker or Green Bay game breaker. Me, I'ma keep it a buck with Tom B. while in Florida like Tom.